Okay, let's solve this problem. A stone of mass 0.7 kg is projected vertically upward with a velocity of 5 meters per second. Calculate the maximum height reached. Okay, it says stone projected. Okay, so it's projected and it gets to a height S. Okay, so we should calculate this height. Now, usually this stone will return. Of course, it wouldn't stay there. It has to come back to the earth, to the ground. Now, the velocity is 5 meters per second. This is the maximum velocity of the body because at the point of projection, it will move. Then the velocity will gradually decrease until it becomes zero at this point. For which reason it has to return? Because the reason it's coming back is because it doesn't move again. When a body is not moving, its velocity is zero. Okay? Now, because it is moving against the Earth's gravitational field, acceleration to gravity is negative. And so U is 5 given, 5 meters per second. V is 0 as maximum height because say you calculate the maximum height reached because it has to decrease and become 0, then it comes back. G is negative 10 because it's moving against the Earth's gravitational field. And they said we calculate the distance. We don't know. We'll have to calculate it. Now we have there are 5 parameters, volts. So, and there are 4 equations. Usually each of them has initial velocity speed. Now, if you are having listed out the parameters that are mentioned in this problem, we know that of these volts, U is here, V is here, G is here because G is A because it's motion under gravity now. Now, what is not here is T. Okay, so we look for the equation of motion that doesn't contain T. This is V equals U plus AT because of gravity GT. Another one is V squared equals U squared plus 2GS because of gravity. Another one is S equals UT plus half GT squared because of motion under gravity. A becomes G. And the other one, which does not have G, is this. Now, you can see this first equation does not contain S. Let me use another color. It doesn't contain X. This first equation. So the second equation does not contain T. The third equation does not contain V. And the fourth one doesn't contain S. So when you are given a question to solve, a question to answer, a problem to solve, if it doesn't contain S, use V. For instance, this our question now does not contain T. And so the appropriate equation to use is equation number 2. You see that? Okay, now we use V squared equals U squared plus 2AS. V is 0, so V squared. U is 5. 2 minus because of this 10 times S. So we have 25 equals 20S. So S becomes 25 over 20, which is 2.5 over 2, 1.25 meters. We can, if you don't want to do this, we can actually use the fact that the law of conservation of energy to solve it. Okay, let me come. Okay, it will go. Yes, it will go. Physics is physics, so it will go. Now you have this. At this point, from this point to the height, the maximum height. This is S, the maximum height. So at this, mechanical energy is kinetic energy plus potential energy on the ground. At this same height, you have kinetic plus potential energy because energy is neither created nor destroyed. The only thing that can happen is that at this one will be maximum as one is increasing, the other one is decreasing. Okay, as the other one is decreasing, that one is decreasing, but the total energy will be equal. Now at this point, you can see kinetic energy is half mv squared. Potential energy is mgh or S, as the case may be now. Now, this is same thing as Up there you have half mv squared plus mgs. Okay, so total energy up there at the maximum height equals the total energy on the ground before immediately it was projected. Now on the ground, S is 0. See that? Here, S equals 0. Why the maximum height, V equals 0. So if S is 0, what it means is that half total energy at this point is half mv squared. It's purely kinetic energy. And this kinetic energy will be equal to, because at the maximum height, V is 0, kinetic energy is 0 at the maximum height. What it has is just mgs. So mass cancels mass. We have v squared over 2 equals gs. So we are looking for s. Okay, so we have 2gs equals v squared. Okay? So s becomes v squared all over 2g. V is 5 all over 2 times 10. So that gives us 25 all over 20, which is 2.5 over 2, which is 1.25 meters. The same thing. Okay. Thank you very much.